Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Parlay Podcast, the Parlay Closet. We are your boys, and we're coming off UFC Nashville, and we're going to be breaking down UFC Vegas 78. All right, Was, how was UFC Nashville?
Disappointing. That's all I'm going to say is disappointing.
Gibby made it out. That was nice.
I took a picture with Justin Jacoby. That was pretty cool.
There you go, Kivi. At least you had a decent night. I lost my freaking ass on that card. So, but you guys made some money, so that's good. It's always good when someone leaves with some money in their pocket.
I did okay. I'll take it. Better than the last couple cards.
Carlton Harris made me some money. Hell yeah, let's go.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about the awful performance from Wells. But you know what I do want to talk about? Kinda.
You know what, Noah? I'm gonna actually cut you off here a little bit because I did want to just mention to the audience, just for moving forward, just some updates so you guys have some consistencies. And with football starting soon, we're gonna be doing football as well. For every pay-per-view event that there is, we will be dropping the podcast Thursday mornings. For every fight night, because it's just a lot of work. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just drop like a pod like this on Saturday morning. We're gonna record, kind of just shoot the crap, see what fights interest us, see what our best bets are, but they won't be like our traditional. And then you will be starting to get Wednesday morning another podcast that'll be for football, where we'll be bringing on a new host that'll be joining us. So it'll be a nice special treat for you guys to meet him. And we'll bring on some other friends too, just on different weeks, just to kind of, again, it'll be more shooting the crap, seeing what spreads, overs, unders, NFL news, trades, injuries, and all the different stuff that happens, arrests, you never know. So that'll be dropping on Wednesday mornings. So, and then you'll also see us all in the same room behind Gibby here, hopefully soon. We're trying to get a little setup going. So just to give you guys a little background on that. But as Noah said, let's get into this this event, which is at the Apex, Noah, or is
Apex.
Apex. Yep. So we got an Apex card. So we're gonna start this one off here. I believe this should be in order. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have Juliana Miller versus Luna Santos. Is that what you guys have? Perfect.
That's first one.
All right. Why don't we let Gibby start us off here? Gibby, what do you have? What do you like in? Let's just kind of see where the picks lead us here.
Yeah, Juliana Miller. She's 2-1 UFC. One by knockout, one by submission. Lost her last fight, but she only loses a decision. While Los Santos is making her UFC debut. So, I mean, making a UFC debut, we pretty much don't know how they're gonna do. But for me, I'm going with Juliana Miller by submission round 3. What do you think, Noah?
I'm actually going to be leaning a lot in the opposite direction. Juliana Miller kind of sucks. Lana Santos, not that much better, to be honest with you. But from what I've seen from her outside UFC debuts, she's had some pretty solid striking. I'm going to be leaning towards Lana Santos by decision. If you're betting this, I wouldn't. But decision for Santos is for me. How about you, Waz?
Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't say to bet this one. Will I be? Probably, just because I hate money. But yeah, I'm gonna have to side with Gibby on this one. The recency bias in MMA is really serious, and this is a perfect example. Miller was a 4-1 favorite last time around, and I don't know. The odds seem a little shifted here. I think there's some good value on Miller, so I'm heading that way. I don't get me wrong. I think Santos has the striking advantage here, but I think that there's going to be some clashing in the middle there and closing of that pocket that Miller can really, get down and take her to the ground here. So I'm going to go Miller. Miller, you can get her right now at plus 132. So it is an underdog. I'm probably not going to bet this. I wouldn't bet this, but the night is long. Who knows what's going to happen? If you're looking for a prop, I would say the best prop is Miller via decision at plus 350. I like that. If you really want to go for some good value, and if you are on Santos, I think I'd have to go Santos by decision at plus 140. So just kind of a breakdown of all the different things and stuff. We will be doing, if you guys want to do a round robin, there really is three levels you can do. We can call it the mild, medium, and hot.
Mild, medium, hot.
Best predictions will be your mild. Best props will be your medium, and if you want to do a hedge, all the hedges is your spicy, because you're going to see as we go along, there's going to be some really great value here. All right, let's break down the next fight. I have Damon Blackshear versus Jose Johnson. I believe Johnson is coming as a short notice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a whole lot about him. I expect Blackshear full MMA game to be just too much for this short notice guy. You know, Johnson is not only taking this fight on short notice, but is also his UFC debut. So not a good look when you're fighting a guy like Blackshear.
We don't like those.
Yeah, I feel Blackshear can hang with Johnson in the striking realm long enough to eventually get his own grappling game going. Looking for a solid performance here. So my prediction will be Blackshear. You can get him at minus 270. I'm probably going to have 8 to 10 units riding on this guy this time around. Again, for fight nights, I change my unit sizes. So obviously just gamble what you can, but it is a pretty big number. So you may want to stay away from that minus 270. If you want some value, I'd go with the best prop. I'm going to go decision for Blackshear at plus 260, but I do like a little hedge on Johnson. If he can pull it off, I think it'll be via decision at plus 850. So some really good value there. What about you, Gibby?
So for a game, you went decision?
I went decision for Blackshear.
Yep, and Blackshear, he's 1-1-1 in UFC. Never been knocked out. Wins mostly by submission, and it is his birthday today. So
What elevation does he fight at?
that I don't know, but he fights out of. Give me a sec. KO Zone team. I don't know.
All right, what's your prediction though?
Oh yeah, I'm going with just this is birthday, so I'm going with him submission.
Submission.
Yeah, I'm going.
What round?
Round 2.
All right, there you go. Noah.
I'm on Damon Blackshear.
Okay, good. I thought you were going the other way.
Oh no, Jose, I don't like short notice debutantes. I'm not a fan of that. And also Jose Johnson, from what I've seen of his fights too, when I looked him up, I don't like his striking. I don't like his submission defense. The only thing is I like his wrestling, but guess what? He's going up against a submission guy. I feel Damon Blackshear by submission is extremely highly likely. Blackshear's not a really good finisher, so money line might be the better prop, but I do think you can make some decent money throwing submission his way, honestly. So I'm gonna be going Damon Blackshear by submission, round 2.
Copy me. Gotcha.
Yeah, I wanted to do 3, but I don't think it's gonna go that long, to be honest with you. But money line, it feels your best option.
Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna go that long either. So.
And then just so you guys know, if you're in the central time frame, it is 3 o'clock prelim, 6 o'clock main, so it's a little earlier, just in case you didn't know that. Moving on to the next fight, we have Ruiz versus Amorim. Yeah, I'm gonna start this one off. I think I'd be surprised if Amorim finds himself in trouble. In this one, I expect him to.
Her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I have him? Already. Crap. I'm getting canceled.
This is one of the more girlier looking fighters too. She's pretty.
See, the funny thing is when I have my notes up, I don't have the pictures of the fighters, so that's where I need to.
I just have it on the screen, and most of the time I'm looking at my notes too. I realized they changed Montserrat's name, by the way, too.
Yeah, they did. I don't know.
I thought it was a different fighter at first, but nope, they just changed their name.
Got it. Yeah, so my only concern is cardio. Really, that's the only place where I can see her kind of struggle a little bit. Ruiz has a far more experience going into the deeper waters. That could be something that she can keep in her back pocket. But regardless, I'm gonna have to go with a more technical, better fighter. So I'm going to go with Amorim. You can get Amorim right now at minus 250. Again, you're gonna have to throw a few units on that to make it worthwhile. But if you want, I'd go with the sub at minus 125. And so that's what I will be going with. As far as a round, I'm going to go round 2 sub. And then if you're looking for a best hedge, I definitely go Ruiz by decision. You can get that at plus 320. What do you got, Noah?
Yeah, I'm gonna be piggybacking off what you said about Amarim. I don't like her cardio overall. She did have some problems gassing out, but the thing is, she's finished almost all of her fights. No, 100%. Yeah, she has a 100% finish rate. So Amarin's a more technical fighter. I like her submission game as well too. I don't know what to call her. I'm just gonna call her Ruiz, but it's weird seeing a different name on the screen. But Ruiz is just one of those more basic women fighters. She's pretty solid. She's really good, but she's not really a good finisher. I see she's very hesitant or gun shy overall in a lot of her fights, and that's what led to her last fight being a loss. I think Amarin by submission is extremely live, having an 83% submission rate. So that's going to be my pick for this fight. I don't like the money line tag for that. I really don't, because this fight can go either way a little bit more. I'll be going Amarin by submission, though, for the game, and I'm going to go round 2.
Picking off Waz like that too, huh?
Yeah, he brought up pretty much the same points I was gonna. So, how about you, Gibby? What points you got up?
Pretty much the same thing. She has the 6.5 reach advantage, and she fights out of America top team Jacqueline. But what's her last name? I got her
It's
Conrio?
Canejo?
Caneo. Yeah, she has that weird neck tattoo that kind of freaks me out. So I'm definitely going against her.
Oh, all right.
So I'm going Jacqueline submission. I'm gonna go in round 1
Oh, okay.
because I don't want to be the same as you guys.
All right.
You want to be different.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We have Josh Parisian
Parisian.
versus Martin Boudet. Noah, break it down.
This is an awful fight. These are
Hot start.
These
Exactly
are
what you want to hear.
chunky heavyweights that don't really fight because they're very unathletic. Parisian is not very good. He's a slow plotter with a very basic 1-2 striking style that doesn't have really much going behind it, and his speed is just absolutely awful. Martin Boudet actually has some really solid skills. He really does, and I feel he's going to win this fight very easily. But the thing is, he has a grindy style. He's more of a guy who's just going to lean you up against a fence, and like that's his takedown, rather than actually try to take you down on the ground and submit you. It's the boring, grinding wrestling style. It's very effective. It's got him plenty of wins. He's 12-1, and I think he's going to take out Josh Parisian pretty easily, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's also a slow plotter as well, too. Not a lot of really good technical skill out of these guys, but Boudet has the technical skills. He just chooses to be basic. So I'm going to go Martin Boudet. I'm going to go with decision. I think that's his best option, honestly, here. But if you really want a good bet for this, the over 1.5 is probably going to be your best option. But even that's at minus money. So, yep, Martin Boudet by decision. That's my pick.
Yeah, this feels like a spot where Boudet can do Boudet things. You know,
Boudet can do Boudet stuff.
Yeah, it might be close early, but I expect Boudet to pull away once he gets into a little bit of a deeper water situation. His durability, tight striking defense, that's really what I like. And my slight concern just comes when they are tied up on the cage. That's really the only place. But our odds are a little too wild for me to be completely comfortable taking chalk on Boudet. But I think, he knows what he's going to do and he's going to get it done. So my prediction is going to be Boudet. You can get him at minus 215 right now. Best prop, if you're going to bet on him, is going to be via decision at plus 185. If you like it the other way, I would go ahead and bet that. For Josh to also be via decision, you get that at plus 460. What about you, Gibby?
Would you say for our game you want decision?
Decision Boudet. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. Josh been knocked out. Martin Boudet has never been knocked out. I think. Boudet, he's big, strong. He's got solid takedown. And I think he's got those knees that do hurt you. Well, Josh, he just doesn't. I don't think he has any power really. No, not really good takedown defense. I mean, I want to go Boudet, and I want to bet him, but he already beat 2 Polish guys. I mean, I don't want to bet him for that. But going for our game, I'm going. Martin Boudet knockout, just because Josh been knocked out three. Already been knocked out, so I'm just going knockout. I'm going round two. I mean, they don't have the stamina to go all 3 rounds, so I think he's gonna be tired really quick.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Over 1.5 is -250 on MGM. Ugh. Ugh, you hate to see
Stay
that
away.
heavyweight fight.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the next one. I have Francis Marshall versus Isaac.
Bulgarian.
There you go. Predictions. This one, it's tough to pick a guy who hasn't faced much adversity before coming to the UFC here. That's going to be the case for Isaac, but Marshall isn't super experienced in the UFC either by any means. So regardless, these two fighters, I think it's a crucial face-off that's going to meet some resistance. I'm leaning Marshall to put the better overall game plan on here. So I'm gonna go Marshall. You can get him at -184 right now. Marshall via decision will be my official pick at +340. And then you can also get Dungaria via decision at +500. What you got, Noah?
This fight can go either the way Waz mentioned with Marshall, but implementing the game plan and using slightly more experience, or it could go the way of all of Bulgarian's fights, because I watched all of his 5 fights and this guy comes out of there like a bat out of hell. He's primarily a grappler who just does everything he possibly can to get this down to the mat, and he fights insane, but he doesn't get out the first round, and he's more likely he's more prone to gas out. This fight's either going to be round 1 Bulgarian or decision Marshall. There's no in between, honestly. Oh man, Marshall doesn't look to have the best grappling defense what I've seen, and Bulgarian, that guy was scary. He's too new. I don't like debutantes, but he's not a short notice debutante. I'll go Isaac Bulgarian. I'll go Isaac Bulgarian by submission in round 1, but I acknowledge that is a big far cry. I acknowledge that. Marshall by decision is probably your safer bet. But if you bet Bulgarian, only go round 1 for him. What you think, Gibby?
I completely agree with you, Noah. I mean, Fire Marshall has never been knocked out, only lost in decision. He's a good wrestler, good control, and he's heavy on his feet. While Bulgarian, he's making his UFC debut. Won 3 by knockout, 2 by submission. So if he's going, and the question is that stamina, which I think, if you're going to the UFC, I think at featherweight you kind of do have the stamina. That's my assumption. So I'm going with Isaac knockout, not submission, round 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We both against Waz, which means Waz is gonna get it. That's usually just how it goes.
Hey, at least there's some differences here. All right, let's get into Noah's favorite fighter, Terrence McKinney versus Mike Burden. I'm gonna go ahead and let Gibby start us off here. Gibby, what you got?
Gibby.
Yeah, it's Terrence's 3rd fight of the year. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, while Brandon, he's 0-2 in UFC. So it's pretty much like 2 pretty much guys that are losing, just giving them a fight, just for one of them to just either just lose a contract or win. So I'm going with Terrence, just because of his opponents that he fought. He fought Nazim Sainikov, which I think he's a pretty good fighter, and Terrence, he hurt his knee after celebrating a 7-second knockout.
Some Johnny Walker type of shizer right there.
Dude, that scares me every time Gaethje does the backflip off the cage,
Blow
where he almost landed on Dustin's face. I'm like, bro, if this guy's gonna blow his knee and lose his title chance, like, stop. You're
blow his knee, knock out Dustin again too in the process.
All right, Herb Dean already was there for the assist, so
With the people's elbow.
But yeah, I'm definitely betting inside the distance for this. But for me, and for the game, I'm definitely betting Terrence McKinney. I don't know if he's going to go knockout or submission. That's the thing. So I'm going with I like violence. I'm going knockout round 2.
Violence.
Noah, what you got?
Yep.
I've made some decent money fading Terrence McKinney for 4 Yeah, of his last 4 fights, I faded him on every single fight, and I made money out of 3 of those. So I will not fade him this time. I don't think Mike Breeden is of UFC caliber, which is why I feel this is going to be his last fight. I know this is short notice for McKinney, but I don't think that matters. Your only bet to take in this fight is inside the distance. McKinney, even when he loses, he will not go to a decision. Never once touching decision in all of his, I can't do math, 19 fights. I think Terrence McKinney by finish is going to be a good pick. How's he going to finish it? I'm going to lean towards KO this time. Brennan, we've seen, has some okay submission defense, but he is very likely to get taken down, put on the ground, and beat up. So that's going to be my pick. For the game, I'll go Terrence McKinney, knockout round 2. What you think, was?
He's copying
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, this is a big spot for both guys, and obviously I'm leaning with an early finish here. So just like what you said, my best prediction here is going to be under 1.5. It's -270, so pretty chalky there. As far as who I'm going with, I'm going McKinney KO round 1. You can get McKinney round 1 at -135. But what I do like to sprinkle on would be a little bit of money on Mikey Boy. Round 2 is plus 1,300 and round 3 is plus 2,100, just in case.
Hey,
Just a little
McKinney ain't
fun.
all that. There's a chance. That's a chance.
That's true.
There's always a chance. All right. Moving on. We have Marcus McGee versus JP Buys. I don't know what you guys think. Not really too much here from what I can see. As long as McKinney can keep this fight upright, he will, pretty much dunk on Buys without much issue. If McGinney has any issues on the mat still, it could expose the matchup. I don't know, but with it being a big speed and explosiveness and power of the McGee, I think he's gonna get the win here pretty easily. That's why he is a -390. That's who I'm going with, is McGee here at -390. I'm going KO round 1. You can get him also round 1 at plus 125. If you want to hedge it, go with Buys round 1 with the crazy KO at plus 1,000.
All right.
What you got?
yeah.
What you got, Noah?
I think this is a showcase fight for Marcus McGee. Marcus McGee, really good striking, solid grappling as well too. He doesn't show a lot of in his UFC fights, but beyond that, he actually has had some pretty good takedowns and some ground control. But his main thing is going to be knockouts. JP Buys, we've seen that his significant strike defense is garbage. His grappling is garbage. He gets hit hard. He takes, what's that math? 60? Yeah, it takes 60% of strikes land on JP Buys. Marcus McGee is going to knock him out, and I think that's pretty easy. I have McGee inside the distance and a nice little hedge of round 1 for McGee. And round 1 McGee is going to be what I'm going to be going for the game. What do you think, Gibby?
By KO or
By
sub?
KO or
Oh, I thought you said KO.
No, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he's gonna knock him out. That's KO.
Okay, sounds good.
You were just so sure you forgot to tell us. That's all.
I swear I said he's gonna knock him out, and I opened it with that.
Oh, maybe you did.
Maybe you did, yeah. But yeah, McGee only lost by submission, and JP Young Savage Buys. He's 0-3 UFC. Oof, lost to Cody Durgan. Oof, just been knocked out all 3 times too. Yeah, I'm not even. What's the math? There's no math in this. Just
This is
McGee
a horrible
right there.
matchup.
McGee knockout round 1. That's it. All right, now we're going into is it middleweights? Yeah.
Yeah, and well, no, more so catch weight, because friend miss weight.
Yeah, we got Josh versus Jamie. Gibby, why don't you go ahead and rip this one?
Catch weight. Okay. Yeah, Josh Friend and Jamie Pickett. Josh Friend, you've fights out of Factory X Muay Thai, just like Isaac Durgan, like in this fight. He's been submitted and knocked out. I think he's a little slow, carries his hands low, but it makes grappling errors and sometimes leaves the neck out open. But I mean, Jamie Pickett, he's 2-5 in UFC. He's been knocked out twice, been submitted twice, won twice only wins by decision. So for me, I'm betting Friend inside the distance for sure, because Friend definitely hits harder. But going friend knockout. As for
Okay.
Round.
I'm going round 3.
Oh.
What do you think, Waz?
Yeah. This one, I've never thought I'd see Frame as such a big favorite, but this clearly seems like a spot he should cruise. I'm not gonna advise paying the big chalk on him by any means. We can't get too sucked into the recency bias, especially with fighters of this level. So, I am going with Freem at -350 here. If you gotta take him by decision at +260. If you think you're going to go the other way, I'd go money line, just straight money line at +280. What about you, Noah?
I'd stay the hell away from this fight with my money.
Oh, yeah.
I do think Frem's going to win, but why the hell are you guys treating him like a UFC champion versus ranked 10? These are both guys not even top 20 middleweights, honestly. Jamie Pickett, nah. He got absolutely annihilated by Bo Nickel. Groin shot or not, he was not getting out of the first round, even from what we saw. But then again, Josh Frem got almost murdered in one of his last fights. Almost got his head ripped clean off by Trajan Gore. Yeah. Josh Frem inside the distance is going to be the most likely pick, but you're paying a lot of money for something that might not happen because these guys are both meh. For the game, I'm gonna go Josh Fremd KO round 2.
Waz, what you went for the game? Decision or
Decision, yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear her say round, so I assumed decision. And you know what? Jamie Pickett said after his Bowman Nickel fight. He said he didn't know who he was. I'm like, I swear. I mean, coming up against Bo Nickel, you shouldn't see some film against him, right? If you don't know who he was.
You didn't know who Bo Nickel was.
Yeah.
Bo Nickel.
Exactly.
Who's
You
Bo Nickel?
deserve to lose.
Exactly.
Well,
Wait,
if you love Bo Nickel, that's your favorite fighter.
It's not
Wait,
my
who-
favorite fighter by any means.
Who didn't make weight?
Fremd came over.
Frem came over. Oh, okay. So yeah.
He's gonna be a bigger, heavier boy now.
So yeah. You want to? Okay, we'll talk about this middleweight fight between AJ Dobson and.
I can't help you there. I can't help you there.
I was gonna. Let's go to Dadam. That's a nickname. Yeah.
Dada.
Tafum. Yeah, Tafum. I got Tafum
Adari.
right. I got. Yeah, that works. Tafum. Yeah, AJ. He's 0-2 in UFC. Lost by decision. Both were unanimous. He's heavy on his feet. Very athletic. Low volume. But let's see. Dadam. He's 2-3 in UFC. Only wins by decision. He's a good fighter. Strikes. Has the cardio, but I think he has a weak chin. And he's going from light heavyweight to middleweight from a division change. So that's questionable for me, I think. I mean, so that's all issue with what? Cardio or with him losing? Right? I was asking.
What was that question?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
What was that question?
What's your prediction?
Okay.
Just go to your
Like,
prediction because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I heard that's an issue with cardio, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, if you're
talking
going down
about?
from like weight class from like light heavyweight to middleweight, it's either an issue with like cardio, right? Because that's usually heavyweights are power class. Because if you're staying there, you have the power. It's just you don't have the cardio then, right? That's why you're going.
Yeah, it's gonna be either cardio or chin, chin, basically. Like they might have had like a weaker chin due to like how much more powerful the guys at the heavier weight was. So
Okay, but yeah, I'm going with AJ. If he throws a bunch of punches, I mean, then he's gonna definitely win it.
I
So
would really hope he throws some punches.
I would hope he throws some punches too, man.
That would really make
Maybe
this
some
fight
kicks.
interesting.
Maybe
So-
some kicks too.
I think he's gonna win a round 3 knockout. So, Ross, your turn.
Oh man. Give me wait. What was your prediction?
I said AJ knockout round 3.
Oh yeah, I couldn't disagree with you more.
That's fine.
If I didn't have a slight bit of a concern regarding durability here of Tafan, I would, I'd have no hesitation slamming my whole bank account on him. But
Oh,
I think he's the far superior fighter in this situation, and I think Tafon is just going to be too much for him. So my prediction is Tafon. You can get him at -142 right now, but I'm going to take him at via decision at +230. So that is my official prediction. Noah,
I'm actually gonna be leaning towards Gibby here.
yeah, you guys like to
I
lose.
I don't like Tafon's
big.
durability. Tafon, he's been knocked out his last 2 fights. They were not competitive, honestly. He's definitely, I'd say, the more complete fighter. He's got a grindy wrestling style, a very high strikes landed per minute. But Dobson just has more power to him, I feel. And I think he's going to be able to catch his chin, catch him cleaner. And I don't like him going down to the smaller weight class. I feel he's going to be a little bit slower compared to Dobson, even though Dobson himself is already pretty slow. Very athletic, just chooses not to use that athleticism. I'm going to go with Dobson round 3 knockout. But I'm not super high on this fight, to be honest with you. If you want to go with Waz, he brings up some good points. Like, we do think the Don is the better fighter, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards Dobson knockout. But I think the best thing is inside the distance. Personally, I actually think that's a very solid bet. But yeah,
Okay.
next fight, we're gonna go with Colby Covington's favorite girl, Polyana Viana versus Yasmin Lucindo. I'll break this one down. Polyana Viana is pretty solid of a fighter overall. She's got very technical striking style, and she's got a very good grappling striking style, coming out formerly for American Top Team. I believe she swapped gyms since. But yes. But is she third fight on the card caliber? Probably not, to be honest with you. But she does have 12 first round finishes, which is very nice. Yasmin Lucindo, though, on the other hand, is a very solid, grindy fighter with a high amount of knockouts as well, too. So I think this should be a very competitive fight. I'm going to be going with Viana moneyline, I think, is your best bet. I think she's a pretty solid underdog against Lucindo, and I think you can make some good money there. But I don't think it's a high betting fight. Maybe throw a small unit size on this one. My best prediction, I'm going to go with Viana. I want to go decision, but I also kind of don't with this fight. I'll go decision. Screw it. Why not? But that's not something I bet on. That's just for the game.
Yeah. This seems like a spot that you could really capitalize on. And fortunately, Noah, the spot for me is Lucindo. I think she can do what she wants. She's faced threats. I think she's facing a dangerous opponent. Catch the youngster in something, but I don't know. I feel super nervous if I invested, a lot of money in Lucindo, but I'm not going to. I think this should be a pretty quick win for her. So I'm going to go Lucindo at -184. I am going to take Lucindo via decision. If I do see it going the other way, I go inside the distance at +230.
I like how you said quick win and then you picked decision. That's a certified Gibby moment right there.
No, I'm saying like it should be an easy win instead of a quick win. Like
There we go.
I used the wrong word. Gibby was just in a whole nother dimension that time.
I'm usually them,
But again, give me the benefit of the doubt. I am foreign.
I am forward.
yeah, Yasmin, she's 1-1 in UFC. She only wins or loses by decision so far. But she's only 21 years old, and she's 14 and 5 at 21 years old. I mean, she's fast counter. She has fast hands. She's fast on a counter. She's a headhunter. It's just what's questionable for me is just her submission defense. While Vienna, she's 4-4 in UFC. 100% finish by 3 by decision, 1 by knockout. She only lost 3 by decision and 1 by submission. I think she's a finisher. Lots of first round knockouts for her, so I'm definitely going with Vienna submission round. I'm going round 2.
I don't like that decision I picked. I'm gonna change it to Viana by submission round 3. Can I change that, Gibby? Like,
No,
I just really like
I gotcha.
decision for it, but I'm thinking like the numbers just don't add up. I don't want. I just could see it be a decision, but nah. Let's go with the better numbers, honestly.
What's your final pick?
Viana decision. Viana round 3 submission.
Okay. That's your final answer?
That's final answer. Not changing it.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
All right. Let's get into this light heavyweight fight. Waz, you
Well,
want to go ahead?
Let me go in with this one.
All right, go ahead.
All right. One of the reasons why I faded Jamie Pickett was he has a loss to one of the Dawkins brothers. I'm notorious for hating on the Dawkins brothers. The younger one is gone. Chris Dawkins, it's his time to get out of the UFC. Chris Dawkins is going down from heavyweight, finally decided to take his career seriously and slim down, going down to light heavyweight. They gave him the worst possible guy they could possibly give him outside the top 15. Khalid Rountree Jr. is going to murder Dawkins. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be more so akin to Dawkins walking outside of a convenience store and getting jumped and losing all his money. That's how Khalid Rountree is going to beat the life from this man.
Jesus.
Let's go.
This is a murder. Khalid Rountree, I know can be some soy and he has some problems when he's
Did
off
you just
in the
say my
octagon.
guy likes soy? Is
He
that
could be
why you're
soy?
Oh,
He'd be a
I've
little bit
never
of a soy boy.
What the heck does that
What's
mean?
yeah,
I've
Sean
never even.
Strickland
How do you,
called him that.
what does that mean?
Pansy. He's really emotional.
Okay. I didn't-
Outside.
Since
the
when is that the
octagon.
term that we use? But okay.
That's weird.
I've never heard that.
You never heard soy boy?
No.
I've heard the soy boy. I just didn't understand where it was coming from until you explained it.
Well, there you go. You've learned something. Just like
I
you're
was-
about to learn how Khalid is not soy in the octagon. Man goes for oblique kicks and breaks people's knees. He goes for soccer kicks when they're on the ground to the body. He's just violent, and he barely bends the rules. Excellent Muay Thai. Chris Dawkins, on the other hand, he has very poor striking defense, very poor grappling. I don't even know what he has other than just he could throw a lot. He has volume. That's really it. Not even a lot of power. Khalid Rountree is going to murder this man round 1. That's going to be my prediction. I'm going to go knockout. How about you, Gibby?
Round 1 knockout. Yeah, this fight is gonna be violent. I'm definitely gonna bet the under for this game or for this fight. Why did I say game? But yeah, for me, Chris Dawkins, he's a dog or pass for me. So I'm definitely taking a shot on him first round knockout, just for a straight bet. But for me, for the game, let's see. Either wins by knockout or gets in the 4-3 UFC for Chris Dawkins. Let's go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with Chris Dawkins first round knockout. Just to see you get upset, Noah, if he loses.
I would be astonished.
Yeah.
Man's got knocked out by Lewis, by Blades. You got knocked out by Blades.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Khalil. Khalil here is a minus 178. As far as how it's gonna get done, I'm gonna go Khalil via KO at minus 130. Round 2.
I changed mine now.
I
No.
wrote Khalil by murder in my notes. That's all I wrote. I wrote nothing else.
Jeez. All right, heading into the co-main event of the evening. We have Cub Swanson versus Hakeem Davoud. You know, I'm going to start this one off. So no matter how dominant you expect him to be, it's always tough to trust Hakeem as a big favorite because of how close his fights, may still play out. So I expect, Hakeem to be more effective with his striking and damage, but it won't be tough for Swanson to keep it close on the scorecards with his own volume. Give me the Canadian. You know how much I usually bet against the Canadians, but I'll be betting on one this weekend. So I will be going Hakeem. You can get him currently at minus 230, but I will be taking Hakeem by decision at plus 210.
Yeah.
What you got, Gibby?
Yeah, Hakeem, he doesn't finish his opponents. He likes to hurt them and toy with them, but he doesn't finish them. It doesn't finish them. And plus, he's 7 years younger. He's got 3.5 each reach advantage. And
Gibby,
he's
I'm
6'3" in
going to
UFC.
stop you for just a second because we're in the co-main and we still haven't had your hot guy pick of the week.
I know.
I
I was waiting
re-
for
I
it.
really need to
Ah,
wait for you.
forgot about that.
Are you going? You have these 2 fights left, so it's got to be one of these guys.
That's
so
true.
I just want to
I'm
remind you
not gonna
before you
lie.
get.
I was thinking he was gonna go with Luque.
All right, Gibby, go ahead. What's the?
And it's not to. I don't know if this is a spoiler or anything, but is it Cub Swanson's retirement fight or no?
They never explicitly said it, but it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
And plus, he's fighting from bantamweight to featherweight. I mean, the question for Cub Swanson for me is his durability. And I mean, he's a legendary fighter, but he's 13-9 in UFC. So I'm going definitely same with you was. But I think he will finally get the finish this time. I'm going with Hakeem. Let's go with knockout. I think he finally gets it, and I think he gets it fast. Round 1. What do you think, Noah?
So there's so many X factors that I don't like about this fight, and most of it is me leaning towards Dawodu winning. It's just that like Gibby says, he doesn't finish his opponents. He really takes his time. That cost him his last fight, honestly. If you can finish your opponent, you better finish them, or there's a chance they will finish you or eke out a decision somehow. Cub Swanson, legendary fighter. He has a win over Dustin Poirier, for example, back in his featherweight days. But he's just old. He's just old. His chin's been cracked many times. That's why I think Dawodu can get a knockout. It's just he doesn't really go for it. I'm going to be leaning towards Waz to eke out a decision, but make no mistake, knockout is live for Dawodu. Swanson, he does very good if you're an older fighter. Like, he knocked out Derek the Damage Elkins, but I don't know. Dawodu by decision is going to be my pick for this game, and I think that's a likely bet, but I would stay a little bit away from this one.
All right. So, Gibby, no hot guy bet of the week yet. So we're gonna head into the final fight of the evening, our main event, where we have Vincent Luque versus Rafael Dos Anjos. I'm gonna start us off here. You know, it's tough to be confident in a Vincent, considering the health issues he's been going through since the Neil fight. You know, being that I just don't see what happened over 25-minute period and being surprised that Luque one-punch KOs Dos Anjos either. I don't see that happening. That's really the only way I can see it going the other way. So give me the veteran to put on a classic performance. I'm going to go Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos, you can get him right now at -118. It was a pick-em, but he did move up as a favorite there. And I will say that the prop I'm looking for is the decision at +230. If you want to go the Vincent route, I would say inside the distance, the only way he gets it done. You can see that at +150. Go ahead, Noah. What you got for us?
This fight is based off X factors. Vicente Luque versus RDA is a great fight on paper, but after the health issues of Vicente Luque after his last fight against Jeff Neal cracked his skull.
Yeah, it was bad.
Cracked his skull, caused him brain bleed.
Yep.
And that was the first time Vicente Luque has been finished. His chin finally gave out. Vicente Luque has always had
skull. Skull gave out.
Skull.
Chin wouldn't have much to do with it.
Vicente Luque has always been one of the most exciting fighters in the welterweight division and the UFC, and he has a super exciting style that involves absolute zero defense. He has 10% significant strike defense I have on the screen. That is one of the worst statistics. Only person who's worse is Max Holloway. Yes, that's how bad his defense is. But he's got power. He's probably the second hardest hitter in that division behind the man who cracked the skull. But Dos Anjos, he's a tough guy. You have to be an elite Muay Thai practitioner like Rafael Fasiv to be able to take out RDA. Everywhere else, I'd see Luque win. Vicente Luque, I feel, has really good offensive grappling. I don't think he's going to submit Anjos, but there's a possibility of the Darce choke. He submitted Michael Chiesa, so he's got more power than RDA. He's got better striking offense than RDA, but he had brain bleed. I can't pick him at that. I can't. RDA by money line is probably your best bet. I think that's be how he win. Like, the reason why I wouldn't pick a method of victory for RDA is because he might just tap him once and then Luque goes down, or he might submit him, which is a possibility as well too. Or he could go a decision and Luque survives. So money line for RDA is your best bet. For Luque, only knockout. I don't see him surviving to the end against an RDA. He will get out volumed by RDA. RDA loves 20 punch combos, so But yeah, a knockout's really the only way for Luque. So that's my pick. I'm gonna be going with RDA by decision for the game. How about you, Gibby?
Was you went decision too?
I did.
All right. So I noticed a little trend since we started this little shindig. Since UFC 2009, the main card, it went favorite, underdog, favorite, underdog, favorite.
Really?
Yep. So it went Volkanovski. He was the favorite. He won. Then it went Bruno Silva, underdog, won. Then it went Aspinall. He won against Polak. Then Gaethje lost to.
Gaethje won. Gaethje won.
Gaethje won. Yeah, I said lost to Poirier. Or
He
won-
didn't lose to Poirier. Poirier got knocked
Oh,
out.
sorry.
You're
Sorry.
gonna say a stat. Say it right.
Sorry, my bad.
Gibby, it's right
Respect on his
behind
name.
Waz's head.
Jesus
Shit.
Christ. Put respect
But
on
yeah.
my man's name.
There's a BMF over there.
That's a big up
Respect
for
him.
me. But yeah. And then Sam Hagen favorite. So I'm going right now with then underdog at this point. With
Yeah,
Let's
UFC
get
math.
it.
That's what's called. You're doing UFC math.
yeah, I'm looking at that.
It's
And
never
he's
He's a
worked out.
math guy, man.
And he's
a
been
math
cleared-
guy.
He's been cleared by multiple doctors. He's got a great left hook, Vincente Lupe, whatever. But he didn't protect his head in his fights. You think now after get that hemorrhage, he's gonna protect his face now?
No, he's still at 10%. No.
I think so.
Luque will never defend. He has no defense, and
Vicente,
he wants it like that.
Knockout. Let's go Vicente knockout round 3.
I do think that's likely.
Yeah.
It's just that like that brain bleed, like, and like his awful defense can't catch up to him. Watch that Jeff Neal fight. He ate 9 uppercuts in a row, and I'm not exaggerating. We counted. He ate 9 uppercuts in a span of 15 seconds, and he didn't move his head. It was bad. Good fight, but bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, man. So no Hawkeye, Gibby.
No, not this week. I mean, I guess I could pick one out.
No, don't force it. It's gotta
No,
be
this is-
natural.
This card sucks. You can tell, man. No Hawkeye for Gibby. This card's
Exactly.
trash, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do this really briefly. I want from each of
Okay.
y'all dog of the night, lock of the night, and you know what? I'm gonna do no Hawkeye of the night. So I'm gonna do what do you think is gonna be the best fight of the night? How about that? Just for shizers and giggles. So let's start with you, Waz.
I refuse.
How dare you? How goddamn dare you?
I don't want to. Shit. You're putting me on the spot here. You go first. You
Fair
didn't
enough.
warn me about this.
Fair. I'm trying to do it every
I
episode.
know you are. I wasn't ready. Okay. I'm sorry. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
Give that man some milk.
He needs some milk.
I feel like there's a lot of locks of the night, though. I mean,
Oh, I'm gonna go with Khalil Roundtree inside the distance. That's my lock of the night. My dog of the night, I'm gonna go with Dobson. I think of all the underdogs, he has the most likely chance. And then I think fight of the night will be actually the main event. I think if Luque can clear his head problems, I think that'll be fight of the night.
Yeah, I think for me, let's see, fight of the night.
Wait, you doing fight of the night first?
No, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Yeah, if I'm thinking fight of the night,
Hmm.
let's go.
Hmm.
Let's go. Francis Fire Marshall and Isaac. Nah, I don't like that actually.
Gippy, stop talking if you're gonna
Yeah,
not go with the play.
yeah.
He just needs to talk. He needs to
I
think
just
out
need to
loud.
talk it out. Yeah, I'm gonna talk it out. Like
You're gonna talk it out.
no, go. Then you go ahead, Waz.
I have nothing, dude. I haven't tried. I don't know what mine is yet. So mine will get tweeted out later. How about that? I'll just
Fair
tweet it out
enough.
later because Noah threw this upon us. We'll be ready for next
How
week.
about okay, Josh Friend, my lock of the night, or Josh, because lock of the night. Yeah, let's do that. Dog of the night. Let's do. I think I went up against her. Where is she? Yeah. Paulina Viana. Oh, she's a dog, so dog of the night for her. And then fight of the night. Let's do which one I think it's gonna be violent. I think you already said it. Let's do Khalil Roundtree and Chris. I think that's going to be like they're going to start swinging each other all first round, and then second round, someone's going to get knocked out. I think it's going to be really violent. Just the first round.
All right, then.
Dude, that was on the spot, too. Bang.
Yeah, Gibby on the spot. While Wiles failed us, and he has to retreat to Twitter.
I'm not going to just throw stuff out to throw stuff out. I'm not Noah Steinberg.
Excuse you. That's how I got to this point in my life.
Just throwing shit and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, basically.
All right, boys, let's end it here.
All right.
Good luck.
Say bye, Gibby.
All right, see you guys.